I'm Scott L. Miller. It is the 10th of January, 2023. This is my vlog of daily life in León, Nicaragua, and today it is beautiful, it is bright, it is sunny. We have birds chirping and flying all over the trees. We have, it's so quiet and just, it's beautiful, except we lost power in the early morning hours. So I'm not quite sure, but I think somewhere around 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning, the power cut out. We run air conditioning in our bedroom, so we noticed that it's just suddenly silent, and it's like, the power's out. But typically the power only goes out for 30 seconds to 5 minutes around here, so we didn't think too much of it. Luckily, I had plugged in my phone at just a little bit before that, so I got a tiny bit of charge. So I'm not 100% offline, but I only got a little bit of charge before that happened, and now we've been offline, and it is already pushing 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning, and there's no power here. Alan is across town. He got power back a little bit ago, so we're hoping that they're rolling through town and restoring power, but from what we knew early this morning, it was the entire town was out of work. Everything from the far eastern side all the way to the beach, at a minimum, no power. So we have no idea what's going on there. The problem in most of town is that the city water supply is electrically generated, meaning they generate the pressure with pumps. And so that means the city is now without water. And out here where we're on wells, we do have a tower and a pressurized tank, but those require power to make them full as well. And so our pressurized tank now is just about empty, and we don't know the status of the tower. We haven't shifted over to it, but we don't have a lot of water. We have well water, so we could go out and pump it by hand. We could bring in a generator and repressurize everything, but going a long period of time without power is an issue if we don't go to generators. So that is our morning here. It is Tuesday, and yesterday for me was really hectic, and I was expecting that I would get a lot more work done than I did, and I was really looking forward, really needing to get down and get just tons of work done today, and that did not happen at all. So instead of my day to play catch up and deal with a bunch of stuff, I am now without power and scrambling to figure out what I could possibly do. So this is going to be a very stressful day for me. I'm recording this in the morning because I have no other time that I need to do it. I need to get these things done while there is a lack of power so that I can be as efficient as possible once the power returns. Of course, the big problem yesterday was that the internet was so incredibly slow that I was essentially unable to work the entire day. I was able to work, but it was really curtailed. Like, I couldn't make phone calls. It was that bad. And uploading and downloading the video stuff, which I have to do a lot of every day, was essentially impossible. And I was babysitting all day. My adopted nephew Tafari was here and hanging out. You saw him on the video a little bit. He was very excited to sneak into the video. I had him here all day, which was supposed to be, hey, hang out, watch Netflix, play some video games. We got so much stuff to do, like, it'll be fun. And his mom and his sister were off doing stuff around the city, so he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here. And then there was no internet, and without internet we have nothing, because we haven't lived here that long and we just moved into the house, and my kids do not want to come out and play impromptu. They have to have a lot of prep to do that. And so none of the video games worked. The television stopped working. Everything stopped working. It wasn't just that the internet was down. My computer had problems. Our television was unable to connect to anything. It couldn't show. Nothing worked. It completely froze. Eventually, I got everything fixed over the course of the day, but it took the entire day just to get things like the TV to turn on, to get a single video game to download. It was a mess from that perspective. Very frustrating. Just because I didn't want him to be bored. I wanted him to have fun things to do. It was supposed to be kind of a treat that he got to hang out for the day, and instead pretty much he just sat around. He did play with a little bit of Legos, but that was really about it, and a couple video games, but it was so hard to get it working, and because it took so much to get it working, I didn't have any time to spend with him myself, so he was stuck doing it all alone. Just didn't work out very well, so that was certainly frustrating. Yesterday evening, though, Paul, Dominic, and I did go out to Sua and got dinner out there, which is really nice. Luciana wanted to get Subway for dinner, and of course they closed so early that by the time we were hungry, they're already closed. That's super frustrating. I can't believe that they do that. I mean, if they added just 1 hour, I think it would make a huge difference. They close at a point where I'm like, anyone who needs to order Subway can't get it. I mean, I understand they're like a lunch place, but closing in the midst of the dinner time feels really weird. Luckily, last night I was able to plug in the GoPro 9 and get a whole bunch of stuff uploaded that was unable to upload yesterday, so at least that is working a little bit better. And I did get some videos edited. Last night I stayed up late and got a few done, and waiting late enough, the internet got a little bit better. Never got great. We're only getting about 30 megs down. We're supposed to get 250, so something's wrong. Maybe they know we called Techo. I don't know. But I did get a little bit of catch up last night, and this morning I'm getting a lot of video work done. Luckily, I've got a lot of batteries, and as long as the GoPros don't overheat in this intense sun, it is very warm, but pleasant, I should be okay. So that is where I am this morning. I'm going to go and head off to the rest of the day, hope that we get power, and I'll catch up with all of you in a little bit. All right, so our power ended up coming back on pretty late, about 1 or 2 in the afternoon, which left me scrambling to be able to get caught up on work, to get uploads going, to get the videos moving. There was so much that needed to be done because I couldn't edit, I couldn't relax, I couldn't like watch TV with the kids, I couldn't charge the cameras or do uploads, any of the things that I normally do. It's one of the problem with the power out. There's just so little. Even if there's no internet but there's power, at least I can edit videos. I normally have a bunch of stuff downloaded, so there's a bit of work I can do. Today was pretty tough. So what I'm doing with the video today, I'm cutting it in half. I've got the morning is just talking about the power outage and kind of how the day went. We actually had a pretty interesting evening. That's going to be coming out in a couple of hours. If you're watching this when it first comes out with your coffee in the morning, good morning. Enjoy your coffee. I hope you have a nice breakfast. And in a couple hours at about 11 o'clock, you should be getting the afternoon's show. So I try to drop these in my local time, 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. So on Eastern, I think that's 8 and noon. And I actually have, I think, a really fun episode for you guys coming this afternoon with the updates as to what we did tonight, as well as a whole bunch of exploring the area. So be sure to check that out. And otherwise, like, subscribe, ask your comments, get down below, talk about, get the conversation going. If you'd like to support the channel, buy me a coffee. Put it on social media, share with your friends, tell people about Nicaragua, about how they can learn about coming here, get more people onto the channel. That's what makes all the growth happen, and I will see you all this afternoon.